Hello everybody, Big Planes here. Now, before we go too deep into the 707 project, I want to thank all my patrons that support the channel over on Patreon. So thank you to everybody on this list who donates to help the channel. And thank you. You guys really help to build these planes. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, the 707 project. Now, the wings are getting closer to completion, but I think you saw most of that in the last video. The real exciting stuff going on here is the engines. So before I get too deep into the 707, I wanted to talk a little bit about the future lineup of planes I'm working on, since that seems to be sort of a hot topic amongst folks in the comments section, demanding that I do an A380, do a 777, do a whatever. So I'm going to tell you what I do plan on doing, and hopefully you guys aren't going to complain too much, but this is the 707. It was originally going to be a 707-720, but I had some issues with the JT3Ds, so it's now a 707-120. So let's hope those turbojets look a little bit better on the plane. But yeah, so this is going to be the 707. So this is happening. It's going to be a Pan Am 707-120. All right. The next project after this, I'm trying to make this very clear and concise, is going to be a 747, I believe it's a -200 in the Air Force One livery. All right, that's what's next. So this one should take maybe a month or two to build. Then I'm doing an Air Force One 747. Then after the Air Force One, which could take many months to build because it's kind of a big plane, then I know a lot of you are going to be really excited about this. Then I will do a Concorde. So leave a comment in the comment section below whether you want it to be Air France or British Airways. I'm leaning a bit more towards British Airways, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Since I'm open to hearing that, I will go either way. The Concorde's a beautiful aircraft, so yeah, that will happen. And then after that, it's up for debate, since I will at that point have finished most of the Boeing aircraft that I want to do, which is the 707, 737, 787, eventually a 747 and 727. So will I eventually do a 777 or a 757 or 767? Maybe. Probably not anytime soon, but maybe. Then I'll probably focus on some Airbus aircraft after the Concorde. So enough talking about that. Let's talk about what we have actually been able to do since the last update. Now, again, the wing's not done yet, so do keep that in mind. And there is no undersurface of the wing right now. So what that means is this wing's sagging much more than it should. So I'll try to get down a little bit lower. You can see that it's kind of bending right here a little. That won't be there on the completed one because there's like nothing under here. I haven't put the undersurface of the wing on. I've only just sort of temporarily attached the jet pods where I think they should be. So that's what I've done there. And again, these are sort of the first design they're not the JT3Ds. I don't remember what they are. I know they're either Pratt & Whitney or General Electric, but this is my first sort of design for it, and I think it actually looks pretty good. It uses those here, I'll sort of show you over here. It uses these track link pieces to get the cylindrical shape, and I do have a stapler right here. Don't ask what that's about. This is actually to keep it balanced, since if I take this off, it'll lean back on its tail. That doesn't exist yet because the engines are further behind the landing gear. But what I'll try to show you here is actually some pretty cool stuff. Now, these are one of the main reasons I actually chose the older model with the turbojets are just the engines I thought had a bit more character. So I'm going to try to get my camera down here so you can see. But I even have those little noise dampeners. That's kind of hard to see. Under here, they were on there to try to reduce the noise of the aircraft, or the 707, since these older turbojets were extremely loud, especially in comparison to today's modern jetliners. These things were much louder, and considering this plane isn't too much larger, I'm going to try to back up here so you can see it. Considering this plane is not too much larger than the 737, which is right next to it, and it has 4 engines, goes to show you how much more powerful modern engines are than today. But whatever. So you can see that the flaps back here, like I said, not a ton of progress has been made to the wing, but hopefully the next update on this, I'll have all the flaps installed and the wing will be done. The fuselage is already, I'm sort of laying it out with these larger 6x12s, I believe. I'm just sort of seeing how much I'm going to need here so I can calculate what kind of parts I need to buy. You can see I'm sort of starting to map out the tail a little bit, what I want to do with that. But for the nose, again, it's pretty much the same nose that we already have over here. I'm going to try to get you better angles. It's pretty much the same nose that's already on the 737 and way over there on the 727. It will be modified a little for the 707 since it is slightly different. I think the landing gear is a little further back. But other than that, it's basically the same nose. So you can just expect that to be transplanted on here. Same fuselage, so the fuselage will be the same as the 737 over here. And the tail will be different, so it'll just, use the standard. I'll probably have bricks right here, and it'll kind of come back, and then it's sort of how jetliner goes at this point. It's kind of redundant to some of the other planes, but this is one of the original jetliners. So I know there's the DC-8 and the de Havilland Comet. That was sort of an interesting one. I may eventually consider doing that. But yeah, this is one of the main reasons why I really want to do this, is because this was really one of the original jetliners back in the 60s. It was jetting into the future, right? So again, not a huge amount of physical progress made to this plane. However, I am quite happy with what we've actually been able to do. Now, again, like I said, ignore the blueprints. This is for a 720 with the JT3Ds. We're not doing that. We're doing the older one with the turbojets, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, so hopefully, like I said, I think in the last video, I won't be able to do too much on this because I'm traveling quite a fair bit in the next few weeks. But I'll try to update you more on this because it's a fun project and I want to get it done so I can get to the other planes that need some love. So that's all I really have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, that's all I really have for this video. Bye for now.